Hello and very warm welcome to RAFLIMTS. This is Farooq Hussain. Please like, share, and comment this video and subscribe this channel. Why I'm saying this in the beginning of this video, because this video is going to be a special video, a very special video where I am going to introduce a new system. It is not actually new, but new to many of our viewers, and especially in Asia and the Europe context. So let's start this video. If you are worried about the complexity of DSpace after the version 6, or you are looking some digital archive system, or you want to create an institutional repository without any hassle, without any difficulties, and you want some digital exhibition system, so this system is the ideal system. So, and of course, it is not a heavy system, it is not the complex system, and this system is the easiest system. And so let me start my presentation. First I'll tell you about the system, and then we will go to install it. Okay, so keep continue and watch this video till the end of this video. So let me open my presentation. Okay, the system I'm talking about is the Omeka Classic. So Omeka has two variants. One is Omeka S, which is works with the giant size projects or huge collections. If you have the collection like Library of Congress, so you can work with the Omeka S instead of Omeka Classic. Whereas Omeka Classic best for the large collection, for medium sized libraries, and the small collection. And what is Omeka Classic? Of course, it is a free and open source web publishing system for creating online digital archives, number one, repositories, number two, and the exhibition. So it's three in one, where you can create the digital library, institutional repositories, and the digital exhibition. Uh, by free and open source, I mean 100% free and open source system. There is no third party involved. There's no hidden fees involved. There's no licensing involved. And it's developed by Roy Rosenwig's Center for History and New Media. And it is especially designed for libraries, museums, archive, universities, and individual projects. And it's enable user to organize, describe, and showcase digital collection in a meaningful, visually engaging way, which is not possible with the traditional repository system like ePrint, like DSpace. So, why Omeka Classic? As I said, it is exhibit oriented. It's go beyond the traditional repositories to create a stunning digital exhibition, and it's easy in implementation. It is designed on lamp structure or lamp stack like Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP here, with doubling core as a flexible metadata standard. And it support multiple types of multimedia like images, audios, videos, PDF. So your user can read the PDF on the spot. There is no need to download it, and they can watch the video there on Omeka system, and they can listen the audio and images. So, but download option is also available there. And of course, it is user friendly. It is easy to operate with multiple plugins, customizable themes, and there is no coding required for most of the tasks. And of course, it has a wider community for academic and heritage support, and of course, the technical side. So let's compare Omeka Classic with traditional repositories like DSpace and ePrints. the main thing is the focus. So Omeka focus is actually the exhibition, archiving, and the repositories, whereas traditional repositories focus on the archiving only. And of course, the Omeka Classic is best for visual collection, thematic storytelling, and host research and non research collection in a graphical display. Whereas DSpace and ePrints work with the research paper, institutional document. And of course, it's designed with highly customizable theme, so they are very easy to have the theme, and you can customize that theme according to your need. And whereas DSpace and ePrints are limited for the interface design. Let's talk about the content. As I said, it support multiple contents like images, text, PDF, audios, videos, and whereas DSpace and the ePrints mostly work with the text and PDF. And learning curve, of course, it is very easy for non-tech user. Whereas DSpace and the ePrints are more complex, especially after the version 6, DSpace is more complex. So you need to work with the front end, you need to work with the back end to have the D space. Okay. Omega Classic is ideal for digital exhibition. Whether you have science collection, you have arts collection, you have history collection, you have design collection, or whatever the digital collection you have, you can create the stunning digital exhibition with the Omega Classic. And of course, it is ideal for institutional repository with a focus on visual. And of course, it you can create the community heritage projects. You can work with the students and faculty profiles. Omeka Classic is not just a storage platform. You can create the story with your collection. So now let us move to the installation, and let me open my server here. So my server is available here. So here I am using Ubuntu, and let me log in here. It's Ubuntu LTS, so you can work with the Ubuntu LTS, and you can use Ubuntu system, you can use the Debian system, whatever the Linux available with you, you can work with the Omeka Classic. So I just log in here. Okay. Now you can see this is Ubuntu. So let me open the it's freshly, I mean the newly installed system. So go with this. Done. I just opened the terminal here. So sudo su to activate the admin mode, and want to, and the password here. At the very first step, we need to upgrade. So I just use this command, um, update and upgrade, and I will say yes. So the update and upgrade will start, and it might take a little time here, because this system is fresh. I mean, the newly installed. So update and upgrade may take some time. So I just pause my video here and just come back when it may come. So it has done. And before we move on, I would like to show you the website of Omeka Classic. So there you can see you just need to write Omeka Classic on your web browser, and the very first website. So showcase actually some demo sites. So you can have the demo here, and plugins, actually some plugins. So you can actually download plugins to work effectively. I'll show you when we complete the download and installation. Themes are actually the very attractive thing of Maca Classic downloads. So the current version is 3.1.2 user manuals, where you can find instructions how actually we can download it. I mean install it. So the system requirements, so you can see the system requirements, you can see the installation, how actually we can install it. So from these instructions, I have prepared a guide. Install it. I'll show you. And we have number of things available here. So troubleshooting, upgrading, configure language, and this one is actually the developers documentation. So where if you are a developer, so you can work with this forum. So if you have any issue, you can actually sort out here. You need to create your account here, and then and this is Omega S. So if you are working with Omega S, so you can go with this. Okay, so there are two products. One is Omega S, another is Omega Classic. So we are working with Omega Classic. So now back to our system. So it has update and upgraded. So let me clear this. And here is the guide. So I'll show you how actually we will work on it. So the system requirement, as I said, web server is Apache, PHP, MySQL, or MariaDB, and then we have PHP extension, and these are the extension we need. Core is another system, Zip is another system, XML, GD, and this one is actually the plugin. So we have updated and upgraded, and now we are going to install the packages. So we are going to install the, if you can see, sudo app install, yes, Apache 2, MySQL Server, and unzip. We are going to install unzip, wget, and then okay, we will unzip this. So PHP MySQL, PHP XML, PHP MB Spring, and then lots of things actually. So I just copy this command and paste it. So now it will start the process, and it might not take long, but it will take some time. And the most important thing, we can easily install the Omega Classic with the free tiers of Amazon Web Services. So we can work with the Amazon EC2 instance, and we can create the free actually uh, account there, and we can install the Omega Classic easily, and it will work well there. So if you want to practice on the uh, Amazon cloud, so you can easily practice with this guide. I mean, this is effective for the Ubuntu system, whether it's a cloud system or whatever. Okay, so now it's 91%. Okay, it's done now. Let me clear this and let's move on. So what actually I'm going to do, I am going to log in the MySQL as root, and then I will create a database that is called Omeka. and I will create a user that is Omeka user, and the password will identify by the password and grant or all privileges on Omeka to Omeka user, and then exit. So let me log into MySQL first. Okay, here at MySQL, I will create the database. I will create the user and the password, and I will grant all privileges on Omeka to Omeka user at the local host and flush privileges and exit. So all these commands I run here. Okay, it's done. And now let me download the Omeka Classic on the temporary directory. So I actually here in the temporary directory, and where I use wget to download the Omeka 3.1.2 as zip format. So it's actually downloading. Okay, now I am going to unzip this. Okay, let me clear this. So let me move Omeka 3.1.2 to this folder. This is var www html and Omeka to the web directory. Copy. I just move this folder to the web directory. And now it has moved. Now let me enter to the web directory. And okay, the next step is to configure the database setting. So I just use this command sudo nano config database ini. Just copy this and paste here. Okay, so this config directory does not exist. So we just need to remove this. Let us go directly to the file, copy, and I press Control X to exit there. And now you can see sudo nano database ini file. And there we need to work with the database. So host name is the local host. And the username was Omeka user. OMEKAUSE. And password is RAFLIMTS plus O plus O for Omeka, and pass 321. So remember, you need to use the same password when we log in. And database name is Omeka. That we have created. Omeka. If you want to use some port, so you can work with the port, I just go to write out, and Control X to exit. Now we have configured this. We need to set the permission. We need to allow this folder to work. Copy, paste there, and copy this command as well. Paste here. Okay. Need to activate the rewrite, and we need to restart the Apache. Rewrite is actually a mode, Apache mode. Okay, we need to run this command. Now let us go to the web browser. We have completed the installation, and now web installer process. So we need to open this like localhost Omeka and install. Let me open my web browser. If you work with IP systems, so you can write the IP, but here I am using localhost, or you can write the localhost IP 127.00. Just write this. Okay, rewrite is not enabled. Okay. We have enabled this. Okay, let me troubleshoot this. I'll try to troubleshoot. Okay, so it seemed like Apache rewrite mode is not enabled. But we have enabled it, and we have also restart the Apache. So I found one solution here. We need to work with the Apache configuration file. So let me open this and paste here. So I use nano here, uh, and I am going to open the Apache configuration file, which is available in etc folder. In etc folder, there's an Apache 2 folder, and in Apache 2 folder, we have Apache 2 configuration file. So let me open this, and there I need to find one directory, that is the var and www. So here you can see it's need to allow to all, allow override to all here, and we can also use this option. Now control O and enter, and control X. Okay, now let us refresh this. We need to restart the Apache as well. And now let us refresh. Oh, another error. We can see this. This is actually the spelling mistake. I just write feed of localhost. I write LOAL. So we need to go at the database INN file. So know database dot in, and if you can see this, the local host is LOA. Okay, Control O, enter, Control X, exit, restart Apache once again, and now let us try. Okay, so we have installed it. Now let us work for the configuration file. We need to write any user. For example, I just write my name here. In password, we need to provide the password that we have assigned there. Uh, so this is the password that we have assigned there. And retype the password and email address. You need to provide the right email address here. And the administrator email address here. And site title. For example, you are working with the RAFLIMTS archive. You can write the description here. Copyright information. For example, you can write all rights reserved to RAFLIMTS. Uh, Site author information. I just say my name. Fine. You need to provide the magic image magic directory path. Okay, so the image magic directory path is I think USR. We need to write this USR BIN. I think convert is not there. Okay, now let us install this. Okay, we done. We have installed successfully. So there you can see the public site and you can also see the admin dashboard. You can see it's a RAFLIMTS archive, and you need to write your admin name like Furrow, and the password. The password you need to remember, and you need to write every time when you log in. So you can save this, and this password is actually the important one. This one, and remember me and log in. Sorry, I write the wrong password here. This is the password, so I just copy this one and uh, enter here, log in here. So I can update this one here. Now you can see I am login at the admin dashboard where I can work with the items, collection, tags, plugins, user, and there you can see appearance. And so we have this plugin by default. Thanks, Roy. We have this plugin. We can use this theme. We can use this theme. They are not plugins actually. They are themes. So, and we can actually configure this theme. We can add our logo, so many things. So we have these actually plugins available, and we can download further and we can install here. Okay, so in dashboard we have the items. For example, if you want to add some item, before add an item, you need to work on collection. So you need to create a collection like the core group, and then we need to work with the items. And then item types, we have multiple item types available here. You can see we have available text, we have moving images, oral history, sounds, still images, websites. So we can add all these records. Okay, so and the tags, so you can add some tags like keywords, search, and what about the user interface? So this is actually the user interface, and which is very simple, and we can actually modify this. So I'll let you know in the next video. So keep watching RefLimts. In next video, we'll try to work with the collection. I mean the categories here. So and we will also work with the items. So and then we will work with the plugins and the appearance, of course. So keep watching RefLimts. We have successfully installed the uh, Omeka Classic here, and we have learned what is Omeka Classic and how we can install it. So keep watching RefLimts. This is Swarup Hussain. You must like this video, share this video, and this guide actually I built through the available guide on the Omega site. So you can work there and look at that guide, and you can find all these steps there. So, or you can watch my video carefully. So, thanks for watching the films. This is Farooq Hussain. If you want this guide for commercial purpose or you need for your organization, so you can actually follow the link in the description of this video. So, keep watching the films. Thank you very much for your time and all your loves and care. And I would request to please subscribe my channel because 70% of you actually not subscribe. Okay, thank you very much.